Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Is everybody able to hear me? I'm not seeing any of my little things now. So, well, I'm just going to keep on going, and I'm going to hope for the best. You're all going to be able to hear me because now I can't see the chat. I don't know where the chat went. Oh my goodness. Is everybody able to hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh my goodness. Is everybody able to hear me? Can you hear me? I don't see where the chat button is at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and do reading, and I'm just going to hope for the best, folks. Okay. So, let us see what the Spear Maiden is all about. Is this a specific person in all of our energies in January? Yes. Okay. So this is one specific person. I actually feel like this is actually a group of young women that are actually going to be very important for our society in general. And see, I apologize, folks. I'm trying to see where there's the chat function, but there is no chat. So anyway, so January is going to be a very important month for young women. And I feel like there's going to be one group of women in particular that's going to be very significant in our society. So if you can, it has something to do with this, with fine arts of some sort. I feel like there's going to be one specific woman or a group of women that are going to sort of like be standing up for the arts or saying something in particular about the fine arts or something like that, that is going to be like, no, we are not accepting this, or you are going to, we're changing the course of things concerning the fine arts. Okay. So this is going to be really significant. Can you go on your phone and check? Okay. So then February, we have Taliesin. This is the Hierophant in traditional decks. Is this a specific person in our society? No. Is this the energy of the Hierophant or Taliesin? Yes. Okay. So Taliesin, he represents tradition and learning new, learning about the past and how we can use them this time around in our society right now. And so the it can represent mainstream society or organized religion of some sort. I feel like this is going to be like a new transformation about mainstream society that is concerning our traditions, and that we're going to be facing new traditions, things that we are not accepting as far as well, this tradition really isn't working out for us, so we are letting it go. And we're moving into this new tradition to honor some things of our past that in a different capacity. So I feel like it is old traditions that are being shifted or changed for the positive in order for us to move forward. Okay. Because if you don't move forward with your traditions, then what's the point of the traditions, right? And so March is the cauldron. In traditional decks, this is the Temperance card, and this is all about balance. And Is this, I feel like this is a balancing of different societies. I feel like, is this one or more society in the United States? No. Is this, oh, is this Europe? Okay. I feel like there's going to be a balancing of different things concerning um, Europe in particular, different European countries that are going to really start. I mean, and they already, if they are in the EU, then oh, I wonder if I feel like um, we're going to be having new countries being accepted into the EU. I feel like that's what it is. It's a melding of some more countries in Europe, and Ukraine, especially. I feel like it is going to be a really positive melding of things, but it's not going to be them losing things. I feel like they're going to be brought into the EU as opposed to being absorbed by Russia. Okay. So the cauldron, temperance, it's all about the balancing of things. It's the balancing of energies. And so that's in March. Okay. Oh, so April is the Fool. And this feels like a new path for education for some reason. I don't know why I feel education more than anything. Is this higher education? No, in the United States. Is this public schools throughout the United States? Yes. Okay. So that feels like the public schools in some states are actually going to get onto a new, more positive path. And I think that this is going to come because of a call for a need for a new path for these public schools in particular. These are not private schools. These are not charter schools. These are public schools. And I feel like it's going to be in different states that are needing a revamp of some sort. And it's going to be a very positive new beginning. I feel like it's starting on a new learning path, a new way of doing things, because the alternative is shutting schools down, and or that it's going to be things that are going to be forced into the new schools, or the schools that are existing. Now in May, we have the Stone 8. Is this the workforce in the United States? Yes. Okay. Is this one specific workforce? Yes. I keep seeing cars. I don't know if it is the automotive industries, if there's going to be a surge in an uptick in the making of vehicles here in the United States, but this is a growing workforce in May, and I keep seeing cars. So whether or not that's the travel industry, I don't feel like it's the travel industry. I feel like it's more of the actual making of cars or something like that. Maybe there's going to be a new company that comes out, or a new type of car that they create that's going to be more affordable or something like that. But it definitely feels like it is the workforce, and that there is going to be new production of some sort. Now, June is stone 10. So stone 10 is this is all, it's interesting. So there's two cards that are about tradition, and we have both of them here in this reading. But it also can be about the home wealth, household wealth and things like that. Is this the United States? No. Is this individual homes? Oh, I wonder if is this going to be um is this concerning the housing market? Yes. Is it there going to be a positive um impact on the housing? Okay. I don't know if we're going to have necessarily like a whole bunch more houses, but I do feel like there is going to be a positive shift for the housing market in our society. And so, and that's in June. It feels like whether or not there's going to be a lowering of interest rates for people to buy homes, or if there's going to be a new surge in renovating homes, that is, I think that that would be a really positive thing, rather than just, building on virgin lands and stuff like that. I think we need to really look at what we already have and fix those up. But this feels very much like housing in our country in particular that is going to be a positive shift for us. Now, that is June. So July is the Sword Knight. So let's see. Is this one specific person in our society? No. Is this social justice? Oh, okay. Because the Sword Knight, he is the defender of the weak and the innocent. He is, well, all of the Sword family, they are defenders, but I feel like the Sword Knight is representing in July that there is going to be an upsurge or an influx of social justice, of standing up, which we've been having that throughout this year, right? We have been having it, or in 2025, we've had that influx of people standing up for social justice for people in our society. And I feel like July is going to be, I feel like there's going to be stuff going on throughout the year as well. But July, for some reason, it feels like everybody is going to be like, no, we are not accepting this. This is unacceptable. It feels like something is going to happen in July to where people are going to react to it, to stand up against it. And it is definitely standing up for those that cannot stand up for themselves. So I don't know if this is for immigrants. I don't know if this is for LGBTQ, or it could be all of the above, but I just feel like there is going to be a mass amount of people, even more so than what we've seen in 2025, that are going to stand up for other people. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then in August, we have the Sword King, who he is the judge oftentimes. Oh, is this an actual judge? Yes. Oh, interesting. Is this going to be a new judge put on the Supreme Court? I just felt like interesting. Is this a different judge or a different judicial system? No. I feel like there's going to be a new and I don't know all of the ages of all of the Supreme Court justices as to whether or not there's going to be any retirements coming up. I'm not aware of that, but it feels like there is going to be a replacement on the Supreme Court that is actually going to be in the positive somehow, which I'm not sure how that was going to happen, but it does feel like it's going to be a positive thing for the Supreme Court. Okay. Okay. Um, and so then in September, we have the Grail Knight. Is this one specific person in our society? No. Is this a group of people in our society? Yes. Is this more artists or something? Oh, are these healers? These are healers. Yep, they're the water signs. So September feels like there's going to be a group of healers of some sort that are going to become very prevalent or important in September. Maybe they're creating a new type of testing of some type of an illness or some type of a vaccine or something like that, but these are healers, doctors, nurses, that are going to be very prevalent, important in the news in September. That I feel like it is in response to some new type of illness or some new law or the losing of certain medical rights or something. I'm not quite sure. But it feels like this is in response to some medical issues that have been surfacing. And so this is this group of people here in September. Now, October is the Stone 9. So is this concerning nature? Yeah. So the Stone 9 or the 9 of Pentacles, this is all about being outside in nature so that you can connect with your spirit guides. But as soon as I flipped it over, I felt like this was some type of environmental emergency. That there's going to be something that's going to emerge that we're all going to need to be more aware of this environmental issue that is going to be in our country, and that we're going to need to fight to protect this natural habitat or this environment, natural environment of some sort. Okay. But this definitely feels environmental here, that this is not any one specific group of people, although I know that the park rangers have definitely done a lot with voicing their opinions and standing up for things this in 2025. But I feel like this is going to be not just the people that work in the parks, but also people that just basically want nature to still exist, that there is this new danger of something in one specific area. Okay. Now, November is so the white heart, or this is the Lover's card in traditional decks. Let me see what this is. Is this a specific couple in our society? Okay. Is this couple going to be impactful in our society in some way? Yes. Is this the couple getting married? No. Well, I feel like there's some type of a power couple that is going to be very influential in November. I don't know if it's going to be the Obamas. I don't know if it's going to be anybody political, or maybe yeah, I do feel like that might be part of it. that it is that they are very it's a very balanced relationship. It's a very equal relationship, that they respect each other and they listen to each other, and that they are very much a very strong couple that is in turn utilizing their relationship. It's not just a yay them, this is them actually being impactful in our society as that couple in some capacity. Yeah. So then in December, we have the Stone King. Is this one specific person in our society? No. Is this what we all need to embrace? I feel like, yeah. Okay, so the Stone or the Pentacle King, he can really teach us patience, and also how to do money. He's very good with money. He's very good with balancing of time and people and things like that. But he definitely teaches patience and how to organize people and things. And I feel like we're all just going to need to embody these energies in December. It feels like sometimes when I'm ready for a big change in my life, and my guides are like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Because I'm ready to jump the gun, and they're like, you got to wait for it. This is what this feels like, is that we're all just being told, hey, keep strong together, but keep that patience, because we're building a new foundation here. This ultimately is what this is, saying in this next year, is that we're going to be having new traditions and new ways of being coming up. We're going to be having people standing up, the Spear Maiden and the Sword Knight, different groups of people, the Grail Knight with these different healers that are going to come forward. All of these different things, even like the schools, that there's going to be a major shift for the better for certain schools. This is all in response to a lot of attacks and a lot of challenges that none of us are wanting to accept. And so therefore we are standing up, and yet we also need to keep patience with how things are going to unfold. Stand firm, don't lose ground, and yet, don't be hasty. Okay, because I feel like there's going to be something in December that people are going to want to be jumping at the bit for, and it's like, just hold on. Well, and this is interesting. And so the key card for this year, the energy, is the Stone Queen. And so we had the Stone King right there, and now we have the Stone Queen, and she is also, well, let me see if this is a specific person. Is this one specific person in our society that is going to influence? No. Is this the energy that we all are going to need to hold within us? Yeah. So this is going to sound very boring, but the Stone Queen, she is very good at managing time and money. Just like with the Stone King, he teaches patience. The Stone Queen is really good with money, and I think that that is what we're all being called to do right now. And it sounds so boring of doing budgets and stuff like that, but I think that we're all having to take this year to really reevaluate where we are individually, as well as, maybe socially, but especially individually. How are you doing in your household right now? How is your literal home doing? Let's take stock of what we do have, because that's what she's really, really good at, is organizing, keeping the household, and so she reminds me of, the medieval queens and medieval noblewomen, that they were not, that you couldn't push them around. They were very intelligent women, that they had to know how to order weapons and organize all of their employees, their servants, things like that. And they had to know their lands because their husbands were usually away doing something stupid, and so they had to know how to organize all of their lands. And so this is a really interesting energy for this next year. It feels actually very female empowered, but it is ultimately just a call for all of us to really get our crap together. We really need to get organized, individually as well as group wise. That we need to know, who all is involved, where the money's going. Let's get our debts down. Let's get ourselves organized. Let's stop buying stupid stuff, and just focus on what's the most important thing in our houses right now, or in our homes. And that is the people that we love, and taking care of our families, and taking care of our, ourselves. That's another really important thing, is taking care of ourselves. And so what does this all say, for us right now? I really feel like we are setting a new precedent right now. I feel like we are going to have a lot of new changes in our society that is going to really need us to step up to the plate and be vocal and stand up for others. Community is vital right now. And that's another thing that the Stone Queen really is good at, is organizing her entire community, because she was, pretty much in charge of all the people on her lands. And so, community, do you even know your neighbors? Do you know who lives next door to you? Do you know if they are okay? How is everybody doing? And I think, if anything, all of these crazy things that have been happening to us in 2025 is really making us have to reevaluate where we're spending our time, whom we're spending our time with, where we're spending our money. And a lot of it is about time management. And are you just wasting your time, or are you, utilizing your time wisely? And there's going to be many different challenges that are going to be coming up individually as well as socially, that we are going to need to be able to respond to. And the only way that we're really going to be able to do that effectively is to embody the Stone Queen's energy. She is very earthy. She's very grounded. And so she is going to show us the way. Okay. So I do apologize, and thank you for hanging in there if you started from the beginning with this and I had some trial runs because there was some audio issues and stuff like that. There are some dates coming up for me that are going to be very important if you're interested. The Obod Grove that I co-founded, Raven on the Water Grove, is going to have our first quarter public meeting on Sunday, March 8th from 2:30 to 4:30 in Mythic Treasures in Henrietta, New York. And then I'm not doing any in-person classes in January and February because of the weather. So I do have 4 online classes coming up. The first one being next week. I already have some people registered. Next week is my online transformation magic. This class is all about what are some different things that you can do in your life right now to transform, get yourself onto your next path that you want to be on. Okay, so that is next Thursday from 7 to 8 Eastern Time, PM. I also have my Bridget of the Flames class coming up, Love Magic and Dreamwork. So all of those are going to be online. So you just pay for your registration, and then I will send you the link to the class. March is when I start doing in-person classes. So that is when I start literally moving around. Okay. So I hope that this is helpful to all of you. I look forward to seeing how all of this unfolds for all of us. And if you want to schedule your own Wheel of the Year reading, you can get onto my Calendly account and schedule yourself for either half an hour, an hour. Now this, I zipped through this one because there was no interactions, but usually people want to ask questions as we're going through. It is faster, or it is better if you're able to do a whole hour, but we can do a half an hour Wheel of the Year reading. Okay. Have a wonderful new year, and I will see you next year. All right. Bye-bye.
You got through it, babe.
It's frozen. Why does it keep going? Why are we still going? Oh my goodness.